Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about Men 102. Men 102 is an orally bioavailable selective PPAR gamma agonist that is one of the metabolites of pioglitazone and has been shown to have improved access to the central nervous system and better safety profile. In the Phase 1 clinical study, Men 102 was well tolerated, and it was confirmed that the compound is able to cross the blood-brain barrier and engage PPAR gamma within the CNS at an equivalent level as in preclinical studies. Such level of PPAR gamma engagement in the CNS is well above what can be achieved with pioglitazone in humans. Men 102 is already being tested in another rare CNS disease, adrenomyeloneuropathy. This information was taken from FARA Australia with their permission. Their link is provided in description. Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about Life Goes On, Even When I'm Consumed by FA. By Kendall Harvey. One of American poet Robert Frost's famous quotes is, "In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life: it goes on." As I approach the 9th anniversary of my Friedreich's Ataxia, FA, diagnosis, I can say I wholeheartedly agree. Amid FA symptom progression, the ongoing nature of life can sometimes be wonderful, but other times, it feels like an inescapable merry-go-round spinning out of control. Here's what I mean. Even when FA is at the center of my universe, the calendar doesn't stop to accommodate my battles. My children don't stop playing, learning, growing, and exploring. My friends don't stop all of their busy plans. The scientific community doesn't stop searching for treatments or cures. Retailers don't stop selling, and consumers don't stop buying. Social media doesn't pause. My pets still need tending. My husband doesn't stop taking care of us. My FA symptoms don't stop. All around me, life goes on. When FA demands to be the center of my world, my life seems to fly down an uncomfortably unpredictable trajectory that throws my focus and priorities out of whack. The disease consumes me, and every other part of my life becomes a distracting blur. I get so frustrated about missing big and little moments while I'm constrained by FA and trying to adapt to whatever new obstacle it's thrown my way. During these times, I wish I could go back to my previous stage of FA, when I had things relatively figured out. I wish scientists would hurry up and find a way to slow, stop, or reverse the effects of this terrible, progressive disease. I wish everyone would wait for me to figure out how to cope so I don't have to miss things. But I also wish I could just retreat and figure things out for myself while everyone continues living a life that's uncomplicated by the battles I'm forced to fight. Occasionally, I am mentally strong enough to force my FA-consumed mind to pause and look elsewhere. And when I focus on other things, I find I get caught up in the fulfilling and productive flow of life rather than the all-consuming riptide of FA. If I strive to be the best mom, wife, friend, daughter, sister, and advocate I can be, being a good patient naturally follows. When I focus my efforts on moving the non-FA related parts of my life forward, I have more energy, patience, and peace to accept my disease in stride. When I invest in things that bring me joy, my tank is full enough to handle health complications. I can manage the ongoing nature of life and FA. In other words, I haven't yet mastered how to handle the fact that the world goes on around me when my life is consumed and forcibly paused by my progressive disease. In my years of living with FA, time has felt incredibly disjointed. It has flown, it has dragged, I have dreaded, I have eagerly anticipated, days have been jam-packed and busy, and days have been calm and lazy. But no matter how time seems to progress, and no matter what FA brings my way, one thing is certain, life goes on. The world will keep going whether FA is trying to derail me or not. I'll continue to adapt and try to find the best way forward so that I can go on, too. Kendall Harvey is a FA patient and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. Their link is provided in description. Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about My Body is No Longer an Instrument for the Accomplishment of My Will, by Kendall Harvey. I recently binged 4 seasons of the television series The Handmaid's Tale. I will spare you my enthusiastically detailed summary except for this: the main character, June Osborne, is a prisoner in the household of a commander and his wife in Gilead, a totalitarian society in what used to be part of the United States. In a fanatical attempt to repopulate a devastated world, the few remaining fertile women are forced into sexual servitude, including June. Following an escape attempt in which June ends up getting shot, she shares this internal monologue: I used to think of my body as an instrument for the accomplishment of my will. I could use it to run, pick things up, make things happen. There were limits, of course, but my body was nonetheless one with me. It obeyed my commands, mostly without complaint. Not anymore. Now there's tending to be done. I never expected to relate to the tragically complicated world illustrated by Margaret Atwood, but this monologue and its parallels to my experience with Friedreich's Ataxia, FA, haunted me. I watched it 5 times and teared up every time thinking, same. This is my relationship with my body. I feel like no matter how fiercely I will my body to accomplish something, and no matter how simple it is, there is complaint. Nothing physical comes naturally or easily anymore. My body is now a conduit for FA-based complaints. Part of the tending required of me to cope with my FA-controlled reality is going to physical therapy to work on my balance and coordination, increase my strength and stamina, and develop safe adaptations for tasks that are dangerously challenging for me. When a new exercise is introduced, I have to pause and really think about what the different parts of my body need to do to perform the task at hand, and how to begin. After a 30-second or so pause, I make my first attempt. This experience always leaves me introspective for a few days. Part of me can't believe that something as simple as stepping up onto a platform seems so foreign and challenging. Part of me thinks about how to better accomplish the task next time, and another part of me is proud of my body for accomplishing something out of my norm. I think about the days of my past when I did every sport and activity available to me. I participated in swimming, softball, soccer, volleyball, gymnastics, cheerleading, high jump, tennis, triple jump, long jump, and powder puff football. I ran, lifted weights, tried different boot camps, and joined exercise classes. And now I can't step up onto a stair without using every ounce of my concentration and heavy assistance. I frequently have out-of-body experiences when I think, whose broken body is this? And how did I get stuck in here? My body is no longer an instrument for the accomplishment of my will. My body is now under the control of FA and has been at odds with it for 9 years. I can confidently say FA and I have opposing wills. My will for life is a fulfilling existence in which I embrace opportunity, enjoy every available experience, laugh often, shine God's light, and always try to help those around me. FA seems determined to suck all of that will out of me and replace it with endless challenges. So while I can no longer use my body to run, pick things up, make things happen the same way I once could, I can still seek opportunities to accomplish my will. It will probably look and feel different than I wish it would, but that's okay. Just like when I try new things in physical therapy, it might take my all and leave me with a mix of emotions, but at least I am still trying to stay in tune with my instrument, my body. Kendall Harvey is a FA patient, and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. Their link is provided in description.
Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about Bend or Break by Kendall Harvey. Life is made up of choices, and after hearing the words, Kendall, I am sorry to say this, but you have Friedreich's Ataxia. 9 years ago today, I was faced with a choice: I could bend or I could break. As a 24-year-old newlywed who was handed a progressively degenerative, terminal, neurological disease diagnosis, I had no real idea what my future now held. All I do was choose to trust that God held my future and do my best to bend and not break. I chose to become a stay-at-home mom to 2 healthy, energetic, strong-willed, funny kids that remind me daily that life is precious and so not all about me and my FA. I choose to fiercely love my amazing, supportive, kind, hilarious, and generous husband to the best of my ability. I choose to love my friends and family and treat them like the treasures they are. I choose to thank God daily for the abundance of blessings I have in my life. When I feel like I might break, I choose to extend myself copious amounts of grace. I choose to roll with the punches, adapt, 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 then adapt again. I choose to humbly and constantly depend on assistance. I choose to graciously accept support, pity, curiosity, help, encouragement, ignorance, and kindness. I fail, fall, and break, then choose to get up and try again. I choose to rely on peace and strength from God every minute of every day. After 9 years of choices, I have grown more than I ever thought possible. I have laughed harder, cried harder, loved harder, and prayed harder than I ever thought possible. In my refusal to let FA break me, I have made plenty of mistakes, but I have also made the choice to redefine my idea of possible. Kendall Harvey is a FA patient, and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. Their link is provided in description. Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about I'm Trading My Disabled Scarlet Letter for Joy by Kendall Harvey. Many have read Nathaniel Hawthorne's novel The Scarlet Letter, but in case you haven't, the main character, Hester, is forced to live her life as an outcast with the scarlet letter A, for adulterer, on her chest to atone for her sin. The novel follows her life as an ostracized single mother in a cruel and unforgiving colony. Not that she deserved the treatment she got or that the struggles in my life are a result of a societal punishment for a mistake I made, but I can relate to Hester in a way. My children recently started their new school year, kindergarten and second grade, so I got to meet many of the parents of their new classmates. When you meet me in person, my disabilities caused by the progression of Friedreich's ataxia, FA, are obvious. You can see my walker and how slowly I move, notice my poor posture, and hear my slow and slurred speech. It is fairly obvious that there is something not quite right health-wise. I am an open book and willingly answer questions about my disability and FA, but I never begin a conversation or an introduction with details about my health situation. Yet, I can't help but feel like my walker is a scarlet letter. It is a physical presence that tells those around me that I am not like everyone else, at least physically. So how do I navigate the waters of acknowledging my scarlet letter while trying to establish a life beyond my FA? FA controls my physical abilities, which influences my participation in things and my choices, which pretty quickly turns into FA controlling my life. And when I let FA control my life, I find myself in a cycle of being consumed by it, and everything gets worse. My patience becomes ridiculously thin, my energy completely vanishes, and my physical symptoms seem to become insurmountably exaggerated. FA, my scarlet letter, becomes a flashing neon sign that demands all of the attention. I get so wrapped up in thoughts about FA that it becomes my identity. I cling to my scarlet letter and it speaks for me, through me, and about me. The rest of my identity becomes background to FA. Regardless of your thoughts about God, prayer, and faith, I think that the philosophical advice in this passage transcends all. The mind is a powerful and resilient gift that we have been given, and I plan on graciously accepting that gift. I will try to stop clinging to my scarlet letter, empowering it to pull me into anxiety-infested negativity. Instead, I will try to think about whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, excellent or praiseworthy. In doing this, hopefully, I will shine peace and joy that overshadow my scarlet letter, FA. Kendall Harvey is a FA patient and this information was taken from Team Kendall with their permission. Their link is provided in description.